Oh, all right. Let's do this. All right. Today, we're talking about 12 South. All right. I want to give you guys just a basic overview of this neighborhood. Now, the location is just 10 minutes south of Nashville. Super close to everything. It's amazing. 12 South, it has become this trendy need-to-be neighborhood. So it's grown and become very busy. And there's a reason for that. Just a quick overview of the demographics of the area is the neighborhood, it has a lot of young people in it. There's a lot of young families in there, a lot of people, a lot of young professionals. And so that's where it gets a lot of its energy from, is the people that actually live there, which is great. In terms of residential options that you can actually buy in 12 South, it has a very broad range. It could be quaint little bungalows, modern sleek homes, historical homes. So 12 South has a lot of really neat homes that you're able to see and buy in that area. And 12 South is a relatively smaller area, and it has only like a few key community spaces. One of them being Sevier Park, which is a beautiful little park that people walk around all the time. But it's a great park to where locals go and have events and all sorts of stuff in this neighborhood. Cost of living and real estate market. I'm going to go over that right now. Now, 12 South is a highly sought after neighborhood, so there's no surprise that the average home price is higher than average. An average home that you'll find in 12 South is $1.1 million for a single family. It makes it one of Nashville's more expensive areas. The area in Nashville is one of the faster growing areas, and that's just due to its growing popularity and the amenities that keep coming over in that area. And that's why an average home price over there is around $1.1 million is what you're going to find there. Now, the types of homes that you'll find there, it's a very interesting mix, in my opinion. You're going to find charming historical homes with large patios, and then you're going to find them right next to contemporary new builds, a little bit more modern architecture, which is interesting. It's because the neighborhood is changing very fast. Now, I wanted to touch on the rental market just a little bit, just because I wanted to kind of hit on it because it is important. Rental prices over in the 12 South area start around $2,200, $2,500 a month for just a basic apartment. With more upscale units that are like closer to 12th Avenue, those can go a little higher. For single family homes, for rentals, like it could be about $4,000 a month. The 12 South market is highly desirable, so it could be challenging to find a home, especially if you're working within a specific price range. But on the other hand, if you're looking for a long-term investment, this neighborhood could be a perfect spot for you. And there's lots of development going on in that area. Now, 12 South has a lot of very good schools around it. It's in an area where there's lots of good education and private schooling too. There's Waverly Belmont Elementary School, John T. Moore Middle School, Hillsborough High School is another very sought after high school. That's more in the Green Hills area though, but that's like the closest high school. What makes this area stand out more is its private schooling options. Lipscomb Academy is right next to Lipscomb University, which is another highly sought after private school around here. Montgomery Bell Academy. 12 South, due to 12 South's location, it's close to very, very good higher education. One, it's close to Vanderbilt University, which is, in the group of some of the best schools in the country. And it's also close to Belmont University as well. So really, if you want to move there, have a family, your kids could choose to go to highly sought after universities already and still be in town. Now let's go over the lifestyle and amenities over in this area. Now, lifestyle and amenities is really what makes this area so great and so sought after. I'm just going to name just a few of my favorite places. Frothy Monkey. Now, this is one of my favorite coffee shops in the city, not going to lie. It's a very cute, quaint little coffee shop that serves brunch and dinner as well. There's Edley's Barbecue, which is a great barbecue spot over on 12th Avenue. Most of these places are on 12th Avenue. It's that strip, that 12 South strip, if you will. There's Five Daughters Bakery. There's Bar Taco. There's a ton of different shopping options as well. Like one mentioned, Draper James, which is founded by Reese Witherspoon. There's also White's Mercantile and a bunch of other stores in the area that you can go see. Lots of boutiques, lots of good people that are very kind and friendly in that area. And that's what makes the area so great. There's lots of outdoor activities as well that you can do in 12 South. One being Sevier Park, which is just at the end, the southern end of 12 South. And I love this little park. It has paved paths and it's super easy to just sit there, read a book, have a picnic. It's a great little park. But there's also a lot of live music over in 12 South. I mean, it is Nashville, so that's a natural thing to find. But it's not as intense as Broadway, and I think that's why it appeals to a lot more people. There's a lot more younger families that go to these live events just because it's not as intense. And the community over in that neighborhood has a very strong bond. It has a lot of community-oriented events with local events, farmers markets, and other social gatherings pretty frequently, especially in the summertime when it's super nice. It makes for a very welcoming, tight-knit atmosphere, close to a city, which you don't find very often. Now, commute and transportation. I wanted to hit on this because it's a big factor for a lot of people. Now, getting to downtown Nashville, let's say if you work, very easy. It's only a 10-minute drive, which is amazing. It's better than 50% of the people that work here in Nashville because we're all commuting into the city. So in terms of public transit though, I mean, Nashville in a whole is very limited in that area. It's not known to be very good about public transportation, but it is close to a lot of major roads. So you can find a bus pretty close and go into downtown. You just can't get a lot of places. The bus system in Nashville itself is not the greatest, but ride-sharing services like Lyft and Uber are very common in that area. You see it all the time. But what makes that area great is you can walk anywhere in that neighborhood. It's a very pedestrian-friendly neighborhood. When you live in 12 South, you can walk to restaurants, you can walk to stores, you can walk to parks, you can walk to schools even. It's one of the draws to that neighborhood in the first place. It's also very bike friendly, which you don't find in Nashville very often. I mean, the streets of 12 South are designed for walkability and it being bike friendly. Now, I wanted to go over just the pros and cons list because there are cons about this neighborhood as well. Pro, walkability, like I was just saying. Another pro, it's a trendy atmosphere. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of boutiques, really strong investment potential if you have the capital, excellent schools, and great amenities, some of the best in the city. Now, there's only a few key cons that I want to touch on. One being high home prices. Not blind to the fact that it is a very expensive neighborhood to live in. I mean, with the average home price being $1.1 million, it could make it difficult for people to get into that neighborhood. Another con is traffic congestion, which is a common theme around Nashville in general. Oh, when everyone has to go straight. I'm just waiting for cars to get out my way. Traffic can get super congested because the main avenue is just two lanes and there's limited parking. Traffic and limited parking are some of the bigger cons in that area just because it's getting tighter and tighter just over the years of development and building. That's just something that you should be aware of if you want to buy in that area. Look, I hope you guys found this guide helpful, especially on your moving journey, wherever you're coming from. Now, I have a great relocation guide for you guys. So what you guys are going to do, go to the description, click on the link, get your relocation guide. This guide includes almost everything that you need to know about the Nashville area. So if you need help moving to Nashville, text me. That's all you have to do. Text me, download your relocation guide. But moving to Nashville is so much easier when you have someone by your side. Now, what I would also appreciate is subscribe, like, share the video for anyone that also wants to move to 12 South. I'll see you in the next video.